My dad was very I
remember going down.
Not yet.
Well, we'll flake you one on each side. How about that?
So now we're at the other entrance. Again, for those that don't know, this road is new. The county spent about $7 million putting in the road and the intersection and upgrading everything up to County Highway 0. So again, so now we're at the new entrance, or the other entrance on the other side, and this is really special for me as well because
You did well on the first one.
I did. So again, Veterans Memorial Park is about 300 plus acres of beautiful area, and if you drive down this wonderful road, it leads you to the Veterans Honor Plaza, which is truly just a statement and a beautiful tribute to our veterans. As we come upon Veterans Day this Friday, it really is more significant now than ever, and it's a beautiful tribute out here in western Kenosha County. And Jim Schmidt, here he is. He is part of the American Legion. He was instrumental in helping to put the veteran touch on this park, as it became Katy Park to the Sustainable Park, and now Veterans Memorial Park. And we want to thank Jim and the American Legion for their dedication to Kenosha County. I also want to recognize, I didn't do so well at the other side. We have Howard Skinner, who's here. He's the village president from Woody Lakes. And we have Aaron Decker, who is county board supervisor for this area. And it's great to have two Aarons right next to one another. But Supervisor Aaron Decker. And now I'm joined by the former supervisor for the
26th district.
26th district, when we had 26 districts. And
27th actually.
the county board. It's truly an honor for me to be here with these two gentlemen. This family has a rich history of community service and dedication to Kenosha County. Mark's grandfather?
My dad. My parents were the original. Oh, this was the Fosdick farm. Yes. Yeah.
So maybe you could give a little history, because again, because your father, then Karow Sr.
Karow Sr. He was a premier law enforcement officer in Randall Township. He was a constable for 30 years.
See, I
Primarily business at that time was chasing dogs. Only position. But my dad had a great civic mind and a lot of friends, and his opportunity to become influenced within county government, local and state government was the opportunity he had. His brother-in-law was an alderman in the city of Kenosha. And Peter Curry, my middle namesake, he would introduce my father to friends. But these friends from the city of Kenosha started to understand what the politics was. You carried the city, but if it was a close race, if there was opportunity in county elections, whether it be the county executive clerks or district attorneys or judges and so forth, they needed a few more votes to get out to the west end of the county. That was my dad's job. Nomination papers would go around. It was before any texting, email, internet. He was a community activist that drove to every site. Everybody he wanted these people to meet, they would drive. So they would take a Saturday or a couple Saturdays ahead of elections or for nomination papers and meet people. Prominent people in the community that visited here often. At one time was District Attorney Burton Scott, became Judge Scott, and then appellate court.
Wow.
Anyway, the Scotts would camp almost near where the Veterans Facility is now for a week in the summer. That's how we got to meet them. But a lot of good people. Mr. Judge Bruce Schroeder was a district attorney. All those. So that's kind of where the Carows come in with respect to the political aspect. My second oldest brother Noel was on the Twin Lakes, or Randall, I'm sorry, second supervisor for the Randall board in the early 70s. So we always had a passion for our civic duty.
So, because your dad, and I'm sorry, it's Aaron's grandfather,
Yes.
so the history of service, and Noel as well. So Noel served on the town board
In the early 70s.
with my dad, and Mark Pelt. So there were three Marks on the town board together.
Right, Marge?
So it was a little, you didn't know which Mark was seconding, and and such. So again, that's really the history out here in the family, and then my dad got to know Noel and
Yes.
Hugh as well. And so I spent a few summers playing in the pool out in the back and mowing this land. So this is very special to be here today. Place for generations to come. What this park, this land means to our community, and your service as well, and Aaron's now service to our county are so special. And people out here are grateful for that. And so, if we can call where's breakfast?
It's there. Yeah. Nolan.
I'm sure they're not going to.
Yeah, we're probably
So at this time, I'd like to let the boys, if they could.
Think you can figure this one out, Nolan? Oh, I pulled it off on the side.
Thank you so much for your dedication to the community and your continued
ma'am.
service. You know, it's gonna
Thank
be,
you too for your dedication and service. Thank you
Land
for
price in 1960 was $200 per acre, and my parents bought everything they could afford and then some. So, and whatever land values are or the use today is amazing. But I am so appreciative of what the county executive has done and recognize the entire Karow family. I like to think that my part of it really isn't tied to the political end of it. It comes back, and Donna will call this maybe the babysitting skills, because both of these young people I had the opportunity to babysit for. And
I don't know, sometimes Phil was maybe more fun,
yeah,
you know.
That's
Still probably. I can remember right now, so we don't necessarily want to do this.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you.
I wanted to point out, so when you get up to the top of the hill, that is County Road O, and if you go towards the left, that's 5-Star Fabricating is there, is one of our largest employers out here. I mean, it's truly been, and it started out as a 10,000 square foot, business, and today they host 300 people. So
and Allied Plastics just down the
Allied
road from
Plastics.
them. So yeah.
So again, how the area has grown, and yep. But again, it's having these little gems like Veterans Memorial Park right here, where people can come out to, and hopefully more people will come out to visit it over the next many years. So thank you.
Thank you.
We're honored.
You guys want a group photo with whoever you want to have